Hi, this is Phil Pug from Start House in Truckee, California, talking to you about the new Salomon and Atomic STH tube binding series. This is a new evolution of binding from Salomon from their traditional driver toe piece. The binding started off in the late 70s as the 727, evolved into the 900 series. Then really from about 1990 or so, there was no change in the previous STH binding coming from the old 957 series on forward until we just came out with this new series for 2014. Where the changes and evolution has happened is skis have gotten wider, bindings have had different needs as far as the interface of the ski. So with the difference going to this new STH series from Salomon, they went from having a 3-binding series, the STH12 and STH14, which are basically the same binding with different DIN ranges, then also the STH16, which was the metal-housed series of the binding. When they got into the new STH2 series, they combined the STH12 and STH14 into an STH213, which is now a 5-13 DIN. The STH16 now is a 7-16 DIN, which brings that DIN range down to a more obtainable 7 DIN binding. In this 2 different series of bindings, with the 13 and the 16s here, Atomic and Salomon have combined their forces and to make the binding a little more versatile as far as color combinations for different skis and also for different DIN ranges. From the original STH series, you can tell the toe design really hasn't changed much. But what they did is they added WTR, which they refer to as a walk-to-ride feature, which allows more adaptability for different types of soles for the binding, and also adding the rollers here on the toe, which for different boot materials makes a little more elasticity of the binding. The new binding is up to 52 millimeters of lateral travel in the binding, which is one of the highest in the industry. Heel design is also where we've had a change. They took the heel design from the Guardian series, which is a wider platform than the outgoing STH series for, again, more lateral rigidity on the ski. And also what they did, which was very nice, is they increased the travel of the binding. Where the older binding had only about 11 millimeters of travel for different boot sole lengths, the new one has 28 millimeters, which is a huge amount of travel. The other differences between the 13 and the 16s here is the construction of the binding. The 13s have a composite base plate here in the toe, and these stanchions in the back are also composite, where on the 16 these are metal, and also the same thing with the stanchions here on the back are metal. Other changes that we have that's really nice is adaptability of brakes, where Salomon has always been very good as far as offering different brake widths. Available brakes on this are anywhere from a 90, 100, 115, and 130 millimeter brake options that we can get on these. Color options in the 13 series, we're looking at the green and also the silver. When we get into the 16 series, the Salomon is offering it in blue, and the Atomic we're seeing in black with an orange trim. Cosmetically is our differences here, but function and functionality is very good. One of the things that really impressed us regarding the 13 DINs is even with the composite plate on it, it is still a very laterally rigid binding. Darren Rawls, one of our local Atomic athletes, was skiing early prototypes of the 13. We have some video of him skiing over Sugar Bowl, actually doing backflips with that 13. So the confidence level that we're seeing skiers having in this 13 DIN binding is really, really good. So, if you're looking for a new binding here that's going to accompany your 2014 skis, this is a really good place to start. So we're really excited about this new series coming from Salomon. Thanks, and we'll see you at the shop.